In this episode of Engineering Career TV, I'm going to answer a question about getting an engineering job after a 7-year hiatus. This episode is specifically geared toward those who are struggling to get back into the engineering field or looking to return to work after a career break. And I get more questions about doing this than you might think. The topic was brought about by a question sent in from Matt, who is a young engineering professional. Hello. I am a PE currently unemployed in the Twin Cities, and I'm running into barriers with finding a position at a consulting firm that fits my skill set. From '99 to '07, I worked at 4 different places. Then, unemployed stay-at-home dad from '07 to '14. In 2015, I went back to work at a fast-paced civil consulting firm via a placement agency. It was very difficult to go back after a 7-year hiatus, but I worked hard and got back in the game. After 4 months, the CEO took me aside and told me I wouldn't be hired directly. I had 2 months left on my contract, and they honored that. By July, I was looking for work and managed meetings with 3 firms. I thought I had landed a position after a second interview, but the firm backed out at the last minute and decided to hire a tech instead of an engineer. The result is that due to my intermittent employment over the last 16 years, I've not developed and matured as a PE. Over 16 years, I have at most 8 years of genuine experience. Concepts aren't the biggest issue, but rather my lack of project management. At my most recent job, I was under a lot of pressure to not only get back into the game, but also manage projects to help lighten the load for other department managers. I've never had a mentor or formal project management training, and my project management skills are very weak. I understand there's no substitute for experience, but at this point, I need something more to help me advance my career. What I'm looking for is some counsel on what steps can be taken now to improve my chances at success in a private consulting firm. Is there a specific program at the Project Management Institute that I should look at? Any other bits of advice that may give me a different perspective and help open up new doors? Firstly, I commend Matt for going back to work after a 7-year hiatus, getting back into a fast-paced corporate environment and holding his own for a while. Matt, you obviously did something right to get into a company and to move up in that company. I understand you didn't stay there forever, but nonetheless, I commend you for that. I think at the end of the day, Matt, what you need to think about here is that at this point in your career, you definitely have some flaws on your resume. Because of the 7-year hiatus, and I don't know if you can overcome them or not, but what I can tell you is this. If I am a company in your industry and I am hiring someone, and you approach me with your resume saying that you are looking for employment, the only reason that I would want to hire you is if you are going to help me achieve some goal or bring some benefit that is going to move me to hire you. What you need to do is to look at your body of work. Only you know your skill sets and where you can be valuable to a company. If you are looking for reading or training of some kind, read any training on the skill set that you think is your best skill set and you think will allow you to bring value to a company. Further develop those skill sets, and then you could reach out to a company and say, here's my history. It's certainly not a typical history that an engineer would have by any means. I took a break, I did some things, I made some decisions that I can't change at this point, but what I do have is value that I can bring to the table to help you achieve XYZ. You can say something like, I have really great business development skills and I believe that I can help you gain a lot more new business and new clients. Another thing that you can say is that you have a deep expertise in a certain technical area, and by installing you into their firm, you will leverage that expertise to grow their business. So what you need to do, Matt, and anybody out there that is looking to recharge their career, whether you took a break or you are switching industries, is you have to think about that value add that you can bring to the table. And it goes back to the good old 80-20 rule. Of everything you do, you're probably really good at, say, 20% or less of those things. Identify those skills that you do really well. Figure out how they can bring massive value to a company. Do whatever you have to do to develop those skills and then approach a company and try to get employment. I hope that this is helpful for you, Matt. Again, I commend you on your resolve and your resilience and hope that you can utilize this answer to propel your career further. Remember, you can go to engineeringcareercoach.com/ask and submit your question. This show is for you, and I want you to take full advantage of it. You can find all of the episodes categorized by topic at engineeringcareer.tv. If you would like to discuss issues like this and other engineering career goals and challenges, I recommend you join the Engineering Mastermind, an online support community we have created for engineers at www.theengineeringmastermind.com. For the price, you can't get more specific, targeted engineering career advice and assistance. The Engineering Mastermind is not about helping you survive as an engineer. It's about helping you thrive. This is Anthony Fasano, author of Engineer Your Own Success. Please subscribe to the show on YouTube or iTunes, and I'll see you next week.